since when the federal government of Tinubu finally derived interest in the case of Natasha and AKPABIO. You know, it's no more a news that Tinubu government is finally suing Natasha for defamation and all of that. Now, a lot of people have been asking questions on why will Tinubu government sue Natasha? Is Natasha having issue with Tinubu government? Is it not only AKPABIO that Natasha actually accused and all of that, but Kasala finally burst? The husband of Natasha finally revealed the video that showcased that make Tinubu government to come for Natasha. This is a video that makes Tinubu government to make the move to sue Natasha, and that is what have been trending for the past few hours now. The video is finally out there. The video that was done some time ago that makes Tinubu to finally come for Natasha. And let's get to stay connected to the end of the video because I'm going to be playing the full video. You see things the way it goes. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just what to share it. Share the video social media platforms. Let it go viral, and if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
And boy, you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now. It makes sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you that are fresh on this platform, for those of you that are coming across the platform for the very first time, just do what to click the subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. A lot of questions have been out there based on what have been happening between Tinubu government, AKPABIO and Natasha. You know, right from onset, it was the Senate that the matter actually escalated from, and you know, when Tinubu wife spoke about it, Tinubu wife did not hit the nail on head. Tinubu wife only spoke about it randomly that the Senate is mature enough to handle their crisis. But as the matter continues, the matter finally got to the level that Tinubu government is finally suing Natasha and all of that on 3 criminal charges. And you know, a lot of people have been saying that why will Tinubu government sue Natasha? What did Natasha do to Tinubu government that made Tinubu to sue Natasha and all of that? But Kasala finally burst. The video that makes Tinubu government to actually pull a charge on Natasha and sue Natasha and all of that is finally out. Everybody is casting now. Everybody is seeing the video because it's actually trending now. Everywhere is boiling on the media right now because nobody ever expected that the video can finally showcase. That was the video that Natasha did that made Tinubu government to finally come for her, because the question have been out there that is it Tinubu government that Natasha actually accused of sexual harassment and all of that? Is it Tinubu government that Natasha accused? Why is it that Tinubu government sued Natasha and is now using AKPABIO and Yaya Bello as witness? But the video is finally out there. I'll play the full video now. You see things the way it goes. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of the video as you're watching it. If you can share the video, just do well to share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. Let a lot of people get to know what is happening as far as Natasha and AKPABIO case is concerned. And if you can share it, just like the video. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, a lot of people have finally come out to actually express their concern as far as Natasha and AKPABIO case is concerned. And the moment Tinubu government finally sued Natasha for 3 criminal charges, a lot of people have raised their concern and they said, may Nigeria not happen to you? Because they believe that there's nobody that can actually fight the government in court and win the government, more especially in Nigeria. In other countries, you can actually fight the government, take the government to court and win the government. But it has never happened in the history of Nigeria before that you fight the government and win the government. That's why a lot of people have been extending their sympathy to Natasha, because I think that it's AKPABIO that Natasha is finally facing. AKPABIO cannot stand a chance, and that's why a lot of people are saying, even to the extent that the lawyer of AKPABIO was actually pleading with Natasha to take the matter out of court, because the lawyer already believed that Natasha will win AKPABIO flawlessly in the court, according to what a lot of people are saying though. But Natasha is not only facing AKPABIO again, it's facing AKPABIO, Yaya Bello, and Tinubu government at large. And you know, a lot of people are saying that the judicial system is already compromised, and Nyesom Wike is who Natasha is going to meet in court, because they believe that Nyesom Wike finally owns the judiciary. That's what a lot of people are saying. But Kasala finally burst. I will play the video that is out there now. The reason why Tinubu government finally come for Natasha and all of that, you will see things the way it goes. The video has been released a few hours ago, but before you see the video, hear what very dark man some other people actually said and all of that. And during the video, it is still within the same video, you will see the video that actually made them to come for Natasha. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share, like it. I'll come back again.
has brought charges against Senator Akpotu Duara for a criminal case against the Senate President and the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello.
For the statements he made against them.
For the statements he made against them, saying that they want to assassinate him and all that. So much to talk about. Okafor, let me start with you.
Yeah, the case is already before the court now, so we are restrained on what we might be able to say, otherwise you'll be seen as.
But our observation
preempting the court, but essentially, this is against what we were expecting, general expectation, without commenting on the issues directly before the court. People have this notion that there should be a strong and continuous advocacy on issues of libel, issues of damaging somebody's character through libel or things like that, such that it didn't need to be criminalized. I mean, if there is a libel, you think I've made some statements that damage your character. I didn't damage federal government. I didn't damage the police. I didn't damage any institution of government. Do you understand? So you should just take the case directly to court on a civil level. And if I'm found guilty, I should be just maybe they should award it against
fine.
Any maybe fine or any kind of something that will remedy the situation. By the time you have this murky line in between criminal libel and civil libel and things like that, you begin to leave it at the whims of the state to determine when to use it the way they like. You understand? So I think Nigerians should come out beyond Senator Natasha to advocate that any issues about libel should be completely a civil matter. If I make a statement against, it's on you. You are the one I made a statement against. Yeah. You are the character I damaged, not federal government. It should not be a crime. It's not a crime. It should not be a crime. There's no case against the state or whatever. So if the government feel there is a separate case which is different, we should resort back to our criminal codes, the real things that are crime. So, but again, this specific matter is already before the court. Let us see how it progresses. Hopefully, what we are even asking for in the advocacy might end up coming out from the judgment. Who knows?
We've not seen things like this in a long time or in this magnitude. Is it a new way of federal government gagging people, especially try to make people not to speak, like freedom of speech? Do you understand? Is it being cocktailed in this way?
I think you've just spoken what I was thinking in my mind, because everybody is APC today, and if you are not APC, you mustn't speak against any APC non-member. Somebody said she has evidence of people plotting to kill her, to get her at her by all means, and the matter is actually before the court. And you've not bothered to come to tell the people that you've done investigations and you found out that she was lying. You've not ruled on the case. The next thing is federal government arm, an arm of the federal government is suing her for criminal whatever. And now if you look at it, she's a PDP senator having issues with former APC governor and a city APC Senate president. Do you understand? It's still in this same country where we have the same organization, where Jonathan, as a sitting president, was fully insulted. So many things were said about him. They never mentioned anything. They never took anybody to court. Nobody said anything about it. It just died off. So this matter, to me, the way I look at it, my own perspective, is like a witch hunting of oppositions, which is the handwriting of what some of us, I felt all this while, that you either be an APC member or you don't speak about anything you are not comfortable with under this government. They will look for a way of coming after you. That's just my own opinion.
Two questions. The one I asked earlier, is it a new way of gagging opposition, or the media, or any voice of dissent? Secondly, I heard the Senate President speak yesterday, he spoke down as if there should never be an opposition. The way he spoke. I don't know if you listened to where they were adopting the president for a second term, which I didn't expect less. Do you understand? Because it's their party, they have the right to do whatever they want. But you see, speaking on the fact that there should never be an opposition in a way, because he spoke about a senator wanting to come with him to the event, and he told him that he cannot enter the place because the senator is from another political party, that's the Labour. And he even said mockingly, he said the senator is in my car outside right now, I can't enter here. I mean, is he a new style of governance?
In this particular case, actually, there is another phone call corroboration. They are trying to, because present in the case, in addition to the statements made publicly, where Senator Natasha talked about Yahaya Bello and the others, and there are two witnesses from the investigators are also listed. And when you look at that, it will appear like the police are trying to do a tidy job, but on what people do not expect. Do you understand? Yeah. So the issue there is against people's expectation, like I said earlier. Well, we don't know. That is why we say let that process play out. Natasha should know, Senator Natasha rather, should know that she's standing for the voice of Nigerians. She's not really defending against herself. She's actually championing this clarion call where people are saying, let's separate, civil, anything libel from criminal code, so people can freely say, oh, this damage is against me and I am suing you for myself. I don't need government to stand beside me. I don't need government to stand behind me. The question is, if this statement that Senator Natasha made was made against Honorable Eli or against you, will federal government come in your defense? Will police do this same thing they are doing right now? That is why I say separate these things. If the statement Senator Natasha made it against maybe just about the driver or anybody, can the federal government come with federal government, will police do this same thing they are doing? In order for the police not to be perceived as agents of government, like you are saying, to be used to guard opposition or any opposing voice, they should fundamentally separate these things first. There's nothing. What is your business about you abusing me right now? Or saying, no, I'm a thief. I cannot say, oh, I am not a thief. Can you come and prove it? I will go through the court that I'm not a thief. Then they will charge you. That's not the duty of police to start inviting you, maybe locking you up. When you begin to talk about crime, there are procedures to investigating and trying crimes. So I don't know why they are allowing this to be. Like I said, Senator Natasha should know that she is fighting a cause, not only in the Senate. Actually, something that affected the referral to me just a while ago, and it's affecting all Nigerians. Let civil suit remain civil suit. Let criminal suit remain criminal suit, so that you conserve our resources, because our investigative resources, our policing resources, our security resources are limited, and we should have good use of taxpayers' money. Stop, misdirecting our resources into something that look like you're helping politicians. If that same thing happened to another person, what would you do?
Will the federal government come out?
That's right.
As it stands now, nobody is even talking about her suspension. Of course, there's already a date set for judgment on, I think it's on June. Whether the Senate has the right to suspend her for that long, if I'm correct. I don't know too about the judgment. Yes. Now, what Okafor said something just now. This Senator Nashata is not standing alone. So she's standing for every Nigerian that feels that the way things are done are not right. Do you agree with him?
Oh, basically, yes, I do agree with him. Because if the country is being pushed to a corner where people can no longer speak against something they are not comfortable with, if the country get to a stage where because you belong to a certain group like court, this way, if I and you are in the same court, there are certain things that another opposition court or a neutral person will do to me, I will take it up. But me and you will not go back to settle. If it gets to that stage where because you belong to another different political party and something you are not comfortable with, you just have to keep it. You either will join them so that they can consider your comfort, or you cannot speak out. The moment you speak out, they will look into what you've spoken and look for every avenue to begin to threaten your peace, so that other people in opposition cannot come out to say whatever they feel is not right again. Then it's not good. It's like killing the country quietly. We've said this thing before. The way everything is going in one direction, that you either be an APC person or else you don't talk. That's just it.
Okafor, is in the public eye that a law was made hurriedly. Was it a law or an order, an executive order by the governor, that you can't come through waterways to Kogi on a particular day? You can't come through the road to Siren. I mean, we all heard it, we all saw it until after the homecoming of Natasha. Before then, there was nothing like that. After then, there was nothing like that. Are this not pointing to the fact that there was some gang up against her?
And I say it again, you are a lawyer, so you know the implication of what is being said, especially when you lay allegations. Heavy ones are that. On the podium, you said that there were plans to kill you, and that the plan was not to kill you in Abuja, but to kill you right there in Kogi State. I'm very certain that you know the magnitude of that allegation, and you know what could become of that if it's not ironclad in evidence.
Seun, I'm glad you did affirm that I'm a lawyer. And even if I'm not a lawyer, I'm a sane individual. And I do stand by what I said. It was part of the meeting, the discussions AKPABIO had with Yahya Bello that night to eliminate me. And
to what extent?
Let's say this. Let's ask the Senate President, why in the first instance did he withdraw my security, if not to make me vulnerable to attacks? Mind you, of all the senators there, well, let's just say, we're about 109 senators, but we all have different stories. I have been a high-profile, vulnerable individual because of the nature of politics I've experienced in the year 2018, very violent and dangerous. And I've always had my security, okay? So, stripping me off my security simply because I'm suspended illegally. Actually, he just positioned me before attacks, and I knew immediately what
Is that the reason why you think they want to eliminate you?
That's not it. Mind you, I said that there was a conversation. So that happened. I was suspended on the 6th day of March, right? And shortly a week after, which was the 14th, a week and a few days after when he met with him, he then emphasized that I should be killed, but I should be killed in Kogi. And that was one of the reasons why I did not go home on time. I delayed going home because I needed to put some measures on ground. I did write a letter to the Inspector General of Police, and I sent a copy to his WhatsApp. I forwarded the copy to his WhatsApp. He's not responded to that yet. But again, I've spoken on the phone to a number of persons in the security as well. I did notify them. And you see, this is Nigeria. We've had a number of political murders that usually are swept under the carpet, no investigation done. What is important to me is to stay alive, because dead men tell no tales. And God forbid, if I had not come out, and if I don't speak about this, and something happens, and they succeed in their plan, who is going to get justice for me?
How can you make such an allegations of a meeting where you were not present?
I heard it's just like, okay, how again? Like, I tell you, there were actually three conversations that happened that day. I spoke only about two. The third one was quite minute, which is that they should prepare to field in someone who will, just in case I want to contest in 2027, some strong person who will clinch the ticket from me during the primaries. That's the third part of it. The first was my recall. The second was to eliminate me. The third was to put in someone who would take the ticket from me in 2027 if I want to contest. So if you are doubting the veracity of the killing, yes, then what about the recall that we just experienced? Are you getting my point?
Are you able to prove this? That's the point. I mean, you see, anyone can make an allegation, but the issue is, are you able to prove it when it comes to it?
Let us get to that bridge. I'm hearing that the Senate President wants to sue me for that. I will tell him to go ahead. We'll meet and we'll cross that bridge.
So, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, you are making a big mistake and you are taking a wrong move. Whoever is advising you is just lying to you. You need people that will tell you the truth. You need strategists around you. So I just watched a video where Senator Natasha Akpoti have taken the matter that is going on between herself, the Nigerian Senate, and the Senate President AKPABIO to the United Nations to go and report. According to her, that she's being oppressed and there is abuse of power in play. Now, while I commend Senator Natasha for standing up for herself and also being an inspiration to the girl child around the world, telling them that, hey, stand up for yourself no matter what. At the end of the day, I'll still tell you the truth. You are chasing shadows because this United Nations you went to report now, they cannot do anything. I don't know if you are thinking that if you go there, there was someone goes to AKPABIO and they will tell the Nigerian Senate to reinstate your seats, and they can't. They have no power to do that. Or maybe they'll come put a travel ban on AKPABIO. They cannot do him anything because their power limits them to a lot of things. The only way they can talk about a country or come into a country is when that country is a threat to international peace. That's when they can say, okay, yes, this country now is a threat to. They deal with international countries on peace majorly. Now, let me give you an example why they cannot do anything. When Boko Haram, they buy people for Nigeria, bomb there, carry Chibok girls. The United Nations don't do anything. You know why? Because Boko Haram is not a threat to international peace. It's a threat to the peace of Nigeria. So they come out their hand, concern them. Nigerian government face your problem. The highest thing they did was to send aid, food aid, medical aid and all that to the people of Borno. That's the highest they can do. So this one that you are going to that place to go and do, they cannot do anything. And let me tell you what is crazy. Even if they now pick interest in this case and they now summon Godswill Akpabio, it will still not go and nothing will happen because their power cannot override the power of the Nigerian Senate. Again, if you go look at the weakness of the United Nations, you will see enforcement is one of their weakness. Do you understand? Now, Senator Natasha, another mistake you are making is this, right? You don't have a team that planned this whole thing. You are a politician. Act like a politician. You are a politician. Act like a politician. You see, when you do room, you act like Roman. Normally, you are right. Senator Akpabio is supposed to recuse himself from that seat and submit himself to the Senate committee. But this is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. And that is why you need to act like a politician. You know the time we're supposed to strike these people. You know the time we're supposed to carry this matter come up. 2027 election. APC go to look for good name. You go hit them with this one. People start seeing reasons why we're not supposed to vote for APC again. They step on people's rights. And I will tell you for free that a lot of people don't like Godswill Akpabio. I will tell you for free. A lot of Nigerians don't like him. So it would have been to your advantage in 2027, mad advantage. But see, when you bring this matter up now, before 2027, we don't go. People don't even forget. People don't forget. You for take this thing, you for use them to your advantage in 2027. Now, let's say now they can summon you now to let's say, okay, let's imagine now, even though it's not going to happen, let's imagine that they carry 12 now go United Nations. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it takes to establish sexual harassment, especially this type that you are claiming? This your own. No, you say you talk say he forced himself on you. Now 12 now did there. You say your husband did there. Some people did there. He can't hold your hand. He can't tell you one or two things. Senator Natasha, I no go lie for you. This is your experience. They will want to see beyond your experience in order to establish this sexual harassment where you talk. They will want to see beyond your own eyes, beyond your own experience. Then you have to prove, give them good evidence that links this story up to make them believe that yes, Senator Akpabio actually sexually harassed you.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. A lot of people have been saying that Natasha actually made a very wrong move. That Natasha would have utilized this medium to actually stand a chance against AKPABIO in 2027. They said Natasha is not supposed to only go for senator in Kogi Central in 2027. They said Natasha should even carry the baton of Senate president, that he should struggle for the presidency, the Senate president, that he will win AKPABIO hands down, that she's going to win AKPABIO. That's what a lot of people are saying, because this lady have gained a lot of popularity, she have gained a lot of credibility, and she have gained a lot of big name for herself, even with the crisis of what happened between her and AKPABIO and all of that. But they said Natasha made the wrong move. Now, looking at the interview that she actually granted the Channels television, noting that Channels actually asked Natasha some series of questions. He said, if you do not have evidence of the allegation that you're actually leveraging against Bello and AKPABIO, aiming that they actually came for you to attack you, to actually take your life and all of that, do you know that it's going to cause you a big trouble? Those are the questions that you actually asked Natasha in this very video that I just finished watching. And then back to the video again. She and Kimberly, you know what is going to happen. Like, this guy already know that they will actually come for Natasha. So he was already asking Natasha the question that if you do not have a concrete evidence of the fact that you said AKPABIO, Bello and all of that finally planned to poof you and they came to attacking your home and all of that, but they did not meet you and all, if you do not have an evidence of it, do you know that it's going to land you in trouble? But Natasha said if AKPABIO said that as a defamation to him, that he should take her to court and all of that, and she will prove it. And those are what Natasha actually said. Though till now, Natasha have never provided a single evidence about everything that have been happening, about everything that she have been saying, or the allegation that she leveraging and all of that. She have not provided a single evidence. But this lady said it is not the right time to provide any evidence, and that the social media is not even a place where evidence can be provided. Evidence on media can be manipulated. The law court is where evidence can be provided, and it will actually stand a good ground to actually make someone to go down. That's what Natasha said. And looking at the video of everything that Natasha said on Channel television, it was that time that Natasha came out and made known to the general public that since they suspended her, they want to silence her forever, because the moment they suspended her, she did not stop. She had been going from one media house to another, exposing everything that happened within the Senate between her and AKPABIO and all of that. She went to BBC, she went to the UN, she went to different places, she went to Arise TV, she went to Channel television, she went to big media houses, and she said a lot of things regarding AKPABIO, and AKPABIO wasn't cool with it. And it was after the court made the ruling that nobody, neither of Natasha or AKPABIO, should go to any media house to make any conference or press conference or grant any interview. That was when Natasha actually stopped going from one media house to another. But on the normal ground, Natasha moves from one media house to another to express her displeasure based on everything that she alleged AKPABIO of doing to her and what other senators gang up to do to her in the Halo chamber there, But as the matter remains, it was another time that Natasha came back to Nigeria in helicopter, and few days after, she said they should restore her security, but they said no, that the ruling system, that her security will be withdrawn and all of that, that her security will remain withdrawn. Those are what they said. But it was few days after that Natasha said they are after her life, and she named the people that are after her life. Allegedly, she made mention of Bello, she made mention of AKPABIO and all of that. And that was the same thing that she made mention in Channel television. And that's the video that I'll be circulating out there, that this is the reason why, this is the video that makes the Tinubu government to come for Natasha, because the names of the people that she actually mentioned in that very interview, they are public figures according to report. AKPABIO is the Senate president, and Bello is the immediate past governor of Kogi State. That's the same state of Natasha Akpoti. But the same video is what makes them to actually come for Natasha according to report. And they put 3 criminal charges against Natasha, and that's why a lot of Nigerians have extended their sympathy to Natasha, that Natasha cannot overcome the government. If you're fighting the government, there's no chance for you to win. And that's why a lot of people are saying, you can see Nnamdi Kanu have been fighting the government for quite some time now, but he remains in the custody. So a lot of people are saying that Natasha may stand a chance to go to jail, but some people are saying that nothing must happen to Natasha, that a single ear must not drop on the head of Natasha. Drop a opinion in the comment section of the video. So I'm gonna dedicate that channel for you. Share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.